Hey, good morning, my friend. What up? We know what time it is. Beautiful early morning out here. Time for a cup of coffee. Time to enjoy the morning. Time to be grateful for all the wonderful things we have. The ocean is calm today. Sky's blue. A few clouds. Birds flying around. The abundance all around us. Plants, the birds, the animals, the trees, the ocean, the water, the skies, the clouds. Abundance. I asked you a question this morning. Are you financially secure? See, a lot of people, we, most of us were raised to believe that having an education and a job is financial security. And nothing could be farther from the truth. Nothing. I heard a story the other day of, consider this. A young person grows up, begins to grow up. They start in kindergarten, and then they go to grade school, and they go to high school. So now we have 12 years of school, maybe 13, if they had preschool. Then they do college, maybe 4 more years of college. Well, these days, if you go to college, you're pretty much told that a bachelor's degree isn't good enough. You have to have at least a master's degree. So maybe you spend another couple of years getting a master's degree. Now, you've spent, let's add it up, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, almost 20 years. Almost 20 years getting an education. You've spent arguably $100,000, maybe more, maybe less. Could be substantially more. It could be less. You've got student loans, student debt, and now you go out to find a job. A high percentage of students coming out of college can't find a job in the field that they trained in. Jobs aren't there. There are students coming out of college with degrees in engineering working in McDonald's. Well, you say you do find a job, find a good job. Something happens to you, and everybody can tell from the last few months, having a job is not necessarily a guarantee of having an income. You can be sent home for a multitude of reasons. Your company can shut down. There can be a virus. There can be a pandemic. Your company can go out of business. Your company can not go to other countries. So the old paradigm of grow up, get an education, get a good job, simply does not provide financial security. It doesn't. So then the question is, good morning, Ashbold, and good morning, Victoria. So then the simple question then is, how do I get financial security? And the answer is quite elementary. You got to do it for yourself. And do it for yourself means having your own business. Now, there are lots of different ways you can have your own business, but for most of us, the cost of entry into having our own business is prohibitive. If you want to go buy a franchise, for example, it can cost anywhere from, $20,000, $30,000 average up to over $1 million for a McDonald's franchise, and still there's no guarantee of making a profit. So the best way, the absolute best way to have your own business is to start a home-based business, and for many people, that means network marketing, multi-level marketing, internet marketing, and I'm using those terms interchangeably, but they're not exactly the same. For many people, that's the best way. And the reason, and I'm a big proponent of network marketing, and the reason is the entry cost is relatively inexpensive, generally a few hundred to maybe $1,000 to get in and to run a business, maybe $100 a month, and you're in business, as opposed to having to spend $1 million for a McDonald's franchise and buy a building and lease all this equipment, and et cetera, which can be many tens of thousands of dollars a month, and can be very prohibitive for most people. But there is a way. All right. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that if you're not financially secure, if you don't have a couple of $1 million in a savings or a 401k or an IRA, and even a 401k or an IRA these days, hard to say how they're going to do in the near future. But if you don't have at least a couple of $1 million in the bank, you're not financially secure. You are at risk. And the only way to solve that problem is to have a home-based business. You can do it. I can help. Hey, you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Be happy. The happier you are, the more happy the universe can bring you. And remember, be compassion. The world needs a whole lot more of that. All right, my friends, you have a great day. Bye for now.